y'all. I am Ryan Cecil with Homepage Realty.
I'm Donald Marlin with Ruoff Mortgage. We're here for round two.
Round two, you guys. Oh my gosh. We recorded this video. Like, we had it all set up on my good camera and everything earlier, and my audio didn't work. So here we are again, doing it again. Okay, so I'm going to be talking to Don today about the mortgage lending process, what he offers with his company, and kind of how he got started in the whole business. So, Don, tell me about, I guess, how you got started in the industry again.
So, again, I got started in the industry after spending 27 years in the restaurant business. I left the restaurant business because of COVID. COVID made things very difficult to make money anymore. So, after 27 years, I called it a career and decided to join the ranks of the other people, especially my brother, in this business, and go somewhere where I can have unlimited success.
Oh, that's
Kind of what I did.
2020 got us all down, but now we're living our best lives, right?
Exactly.
All right. So, but tell me a little bit about you and kind of what you're all about as a lender and as a person. And
Okay.
thanks.
So I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. I spent 21 years in Columbus, Ohio. So I believe I went up there back in 97 and moved back here 4 years ago-ish. And so, again, grew up in the South End, avid skydiver, avid sports fan, avid tattoo guy.
I'm cracking up because we talked about all this already.
So, no, honestly, I am from Kentucky, spent a lot of time away in Ohio, moved back. So I guess what I'm doing at this point is just kind of reconnecting with people that I used to know, getting my name back out there as a not only person in the community, but as a lender, making my face available to people so that they know who I am. Yeah, I'm just kind of living the life, I guess.
Okay. And so what is like your most memorable experience that you've had so far as a lender in the short time that you've been a lender?
Okay. So last year.
Now you are telling us story again. So they don't know that.
So last year I had a client that lived in Mount Washington that had a terrible landlord, and he was also a real estate agent. And so he was trying to evict them, and they wanted the house. So I helped them defeat the big bad landlord, and the realtor decided he wanted to not play fair. And so the best part about that was sitting at the closing table and being able to sit there with the client, her husband, and stare at this guy and just know that we defeat him. He had to move away.
And he lost.
He lost.
He lost.
He lost.
For the good of the people, though. For the good of the people. Got to take care of your
Exactly.
people.
I mean, they were going to be homeless if we didn't get the deal done. So it made me kind of work a little harder to get the. There were many obstacles throughout that process, but perseverance overcame it.
Awesome.
It's either we win or they're homeless.
Yeah, we don't want people to
I
be
chose
homeless.
to win.
We don't want people to be homeless. So when it comes to lending, what is like the weirdest thing that you've had a client ask you to do?
So full disclosure, or as much disclosure as I can tell you, when we talk about credit reports, it's probably a good idea that you and your husband or wife kind of know what's on their report, so that I don't have to have you in my office and tap dance around on something that's on that report that the other side didn't know about, and it may or may not impact your relationship.
Okay, so do not hide things from your spouse, y'all,
Right.
because especially if you're in the process of maybe buying a home, because we got to pull like those financial records and all those things. So
Yeah. So I ask people all the time, like, what do I need to know? Like, I'm not the IRS, not the police, not the, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm your lender.
right,
I'm like your priest or your lawyer. Just tell me what I need to know.
exactly.
Because it's all going to come out in the wash.
Yeah,
It always comes out in the wash.
that is true. That is true. So I know you live in the South End currently, and I live in the South End. We're big South End supporters. We're actually at Stomping Grounds Coffee right now, filming this for the second time. We've been working, and then I decided to upload the video, which I'm really glad I did. and realized there was no audio. So I was like, okay, we got to do this again real quick. So we both live in the South End. We love the community. What is some of your favorite things about the South End and the community? Because you are moving soon.
Yeah.
We're trying to find Don a house. But what do you love about this community and about it out here?
The pride. The South End people, community has a lot of pride, a lot of work ethic. It's straight and blue collar. It is, I have to work for everything I have. Nothing is handed to me. And that is exactly the way I grew up. Exactly the way I have been as an adult, whether it be in the restaurant business or now. And nothing is ever handed to me. I have to work for everything. And so when I get a chance to help someone from the South End or advise someone from the South End, or even when I moved back to Louisville, came back to the South End, I mean, it's just a sense of pride.
Mhm.
So that's just what South End represents.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I love it on here. I'm fiercely loyal. I support my South End people, and we just love it. The community out here is amazing, and we're just glad to be a part of it. What are some of your pet peeves in the mortgage industry and like as a lender?
Pet peeves. So when I ask for a document and it takes forever.
Mhm.
So during the lending process, there's certain things that have to happen before I issue pre-approval. So as you can imagine, I have you sending me a client, you wanting to know when they're going to get pre-approved,
Because I'm not looking at houses until you are.
and neither are you. So when I send an email to people and say, look, this is kind of what I need to process started, and I reach out and I actually speak to them and say, look, I need your W-2s, I need your government ID, not expired or going to expire, bank statements, pay stubs,
DD 214. There we go.
you're a veteran. And then you send me screenshot. You send me things that are not legible. We have a conversation. 2 days later, it goes by, and you're reaching out to me and going, what's going on with this person?
Yeah.
And I need these documents. And then you reach back out and I have them in 5 minutes. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of annoying because the process actually can go really fast. So I tell people all the time, this process goes as fast or as slow as you get me what I need.
Right. Absolutely.
So you give me what I need, I'll issue a pre-approval all around.
And then we can look at houses again.
Exactly.
Or whenever they pop up, because in this market, you got to be ready to jump. That's what I tell people. It's crazy out there.
So just telling me what I need
Okay.
and giving me the documents that I need up front without too much of a delay. I mean, I get it. There's certain times you may not have a W-2 laying around. Okay. If you're a, hourly or salary employed person and you are not 1099, I can probably live without that for a minute, but I got to have pay stubs. I got to have bank statements. I got to have your ID. I got to know who I'm dealing with.
Okay.
So those things are,
Okay. And so as a lender, what is, I guess, your greatest challenge that you face like now or currently?
I think the greatest challenge, like anybody else, is just getting your name up.
Mhm. One of the reasons we're doing this video.
Right, right. So there are, 5,000 real estate agents in
Oh, there's over 5,000 realtors. Yes. It's crazy.
just as many, maybe not as many, but there's quite a few lenders or loan officers in Jefferson County. So what I do is probably not what every loan officer does, which is I reach out to people all across the state.
Right.
I'm not licensed in Jefferson County. I'm licensed in Kentucky.
Right.
I'm not licensed in Clark County. I'm licensed in Indiana, or Franklin County. I'm licensed in Ohio. So I reach out to everybody because I have to get a name out there.
Right. Absolutely.
So I have to be able to get multiple agents to send me business because in this market, like there are agents in your business that have been doing this for years. They're staples. People just know the face. Right. So lenders same way. I mean, I work for a company now that you go to Louisville basketball game, Ruoff is right there. How do you not know? How do you not see? Right.
Right.
So I want my name and my face to be the same way.
Right. Absolutely. And that's why I get a lot of my business, and I'm trying to think of the word. I'm going to end up having to edit. I am very forward facing on social media. I get a lot of my business from social media. I like to be a resource to people on my Instagram. I like to talk about the home buying and the home selling process and just be like a resource and let people know what is going on with the market. And then, of course, on my TikTok account, just kind of a goofball. But the more I'm on social media, the more my face and my name is getting out there. And the more people feel like they know me and they know me, like me, trust me. And that is like such an important part of our industry because you want to work with somebody that you know, like, and trust. Like that's where I want my business to come from.
So when you do your taxes, right? You're going to go to somebody you know, like, and
Right. Absolutely. That's going to keep me out of jail.
it's very important. Same way with you go get a financial advisor, no
Mhm.
different, right? So if you don't know, like, and trust, those are the three words in this business that literally ring true no matter who you talk to.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. And I feel like my presence on social media, like if you look at my social media and literally just Google my name, and you can find out so much about me as a person that you're going to know if you want to work with me or not. And if I'm not your cup of tea, that's fine. I'm not for everyone. I know I'm very obnoxious sometimes,
Yep.
but you know, that's me. But I will do anything and everything I can to get
so
you the home that you love, sell your home. Like I am here for my people. And I know Dawn is too.
absolutely.
Um,
Like I'll tell you, my wife, I didn't even know who you were until my wife was like, "Hey, this agent lives somewhere in the South End. She's on TikTok every day." I didn't even have TikTok. My wife was showing me the TikToks, and I'm like, "Okay, okay." And then finally, we wound up talking and starting to work together.
He tracked me down, y'all. I was literally here working at Stomping Grounds, and his cousin came in and told Dawn that I was here. He'd been texting me and calling me, and y'all know how it is. Like, as a real estate agent, I get a ton of calls from lenders and everything. So he actually drove out here from work. He'd already gotten to work, and we talked and hit it off. And we have a great relationship. And the thing that I love is he is always there for my clients, like on the weekends. There's like no delay. I know where he lives. I could track him down if I need to. So, and I know that he works just as hard for my clients as I do. So, you know, and like a partnership and a two-way street. And,
It's kind of like something you just said, right? So you may not be for everybody.
right.
I'm not for everybody,
Yep.
right? So I just tell it like it is. If you ever see me in a suit, there's something wrong, or I'm getting a headshot done. So this is how I dress. I meet. I'm allowed to be this way in this industry. And I think that's very important because if I'm somebody trying to buy a house, I can remember the first time I bought a house, right? The loan officer, he was in a suit and tie.
Mm.
Now, I wasn't really intimidated by it, but that can be intimidating for some people.
Yeah.
Right? So when I meet with clients, I'm dressed the same way you are.
Yeah.
I'm just a normal guy. I put my pants on the same way you do. Let's just get it done. And that's the type of person I am. That's the type of all I am.
That's how I am too. And I mean, there is a good chance if you're a client of mine and I'm showing you houses that there's a chance my kids are coming with me because, especially during hunting season or something like that, I will have my kids in tow and I dress the exact same way I do showing a property that is $75,000 than I do for a property that is close to $1 million. So like this is how I am. This is the way I am, the way I act. I'm going to treat everyone the same with respect as long as everybody treats me with respect. And, so that's just kind of how it is. And work with me on.
So I guess big thing here is for people to just understand like the process is scary.
It is.
It can be anyway.
It's a huge investment.
It's the biggest investment you will ever have. I
Absolutely.
think outside of getting married is probably the biggest investment you will ever make. So it can be a lot. I tell people when I first meet them, right? So you go find a house, you get a contract, we're on the block. So I'm going to bug you for the next 10.
Right.
And I try to put that out there. I set that expectation that like, I'm going to annoy you for the next 10 days.
Give me what I need.
Just give me what I need because the process moves as fast or as slow as what you get me. And when I talk to Ryan or any other agent, it's like, you're asking me how long is this going to take,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I have to set that expectation up front, but just sit down and talk to somebody. You have no clue. I mean, there's people I've talked to people and say, I can't buy a house. I'm not ready to buy a house. I pull the credit. I look at their financials. I'm like, You're paying $1,300 a month in rent. I think you can afford it.
Yes.
I think we can get you down payment assistance. I think we can do this for you. And I'm pretty sure I can save you money on that $1,300 rent payment that you're making and get you a $1,200 payment.
And like build wealth. Like, I mean, that is the key. Purchasing real estate, getting a home, like you are not paying somebody else to live that, like that is yours. You're getting equity. I mean, and it is a scary process, but with the right people on your side, then we try to make it less scary. And we try to absorb the stress for you. So you don't stress out about the process.
And believe me, we're going to absorb it because I'm going to stress you out. You're going to stress me out. We just don't give that to the client, right?
Absolutely.
Let's take it and we get it done. And then I call you and give you good news.
That's what I like.
You know, and me as an LO, I mean, I'm not afraid to deliver the bad news either.
I mean,
So
true.
sometimes I'll give you a perfect example. I had somebody call me last week, asked me to look up a piece of property. They filled out an application in Lexington, I believe it was, or Winchester or whatever. But the lady called me and said, I want to put an offer in on this house. And I'm like, give me the address. Let me look at it. And I looked at this house and I literally called the lady back and was like, you're not putting it on. I don't care what the agent said. Like, I wouldn't sell this house to you for $8. I mean, I'm just being brutally honest. This lady was going to put so much money into this house. She just couldn't afford it. Right?
Yeah.
And like, why would you?
Yeah.
Like, you're not walking in and getting equity on that house. Like, this house is selling for X and it's not worth X. Like, so it's got to be more problems. So you've got me and Ryan, and we'll just be upfront on things. And sometimes it's what you want to hear. Sometimes it's not.
I will always tell, like with the way the market is right now, it is really hard. And I know so many people want to find houses, but if we go to put in an offer, I'm going to tell you the offer that I think it's going to take to win, but I'm also going to tell you what I think the home is worth. And if I think that we may offer something a little less, but I don't want you to get into a situation where you're overpaying for it, because right now that seems to be happening quite a bit. But, I mean, the rates, real estate appreciates. So, it is what it is.
I guess, another thing you want to just know or pick up the phone calls about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Somebody's going to say no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been told no countless times in my life, right? I'm still here.
Yeah.
Someone like me is going to look at your stuff and put you on a plan to get you where you want to be. You may not be able to buy today, but you can buy in 6 months.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And I'm here for the long haul, y'all. I've got people I'm working with that, I mean, they're not even moving here until next year. So, I mean, I am here for the long haul to help you get on the path to home ownership. And I do have people moving from California. I've got people moving from Phoenix, Arizona. Like, y'all, I've got people moving from Frankfurt. I mean, and I'm not just in Louisville, I bring people to Louisville because that's, where I'm licensed at, and, people want to, because it's awesome.
Absolutely.
But yeah. So, okay. So Don, let's talk about, what do you like to do for fun?
What do I do for fun? So I'm an avid UL fan.
Same.
I think, I have season tickets to UL. My wife convinced me to invest in basketball tickets for next year. So I guess now I'm a dual season ticket holder. I like my tattoos. And on the 15th of April, I will begin the course to become a licensed skydiver. So that way,
I'm so scared of heights. Like, there's no way.
the very first time I did it, yes, it was scary. But the minute I hit the ground, I went and swiped my credit card and went right back into the so it was addictive. And I think my wife's tired of hearing me talking about it. So she told me to go ahead and spend the money and do it. So she's tired of hearing it. So I'm going,
oh my gosh. Well, don't die. That's like it.
She upped her Aflac coverage. And when I just came to Ruoff, obviously I just got switched over my medical benefits, and I just handed her the thing and said, pick out the coverage because you just never got it. But everything will be fine.
Yeah.
I'm stoked about it. I'm going to go and spend a day in Ohio, and then spend probably a day or two a week in Ohio in skydive. Yeah. I'll take that even back a step further. Right? You mentioned no life insurance, right? So I skydive. People ask me all the time, what's your eat? People skydive in E-Town, right? Well,
I guess.
they do. So I had gone up to started skydiving.com since 2013. And I'm literally putting my life in somebody's hands, right?
Right.
So I would rather go somewhere where I know them, I like them, and I trust them
Yeah.
because my life is in their hands.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I know you brought it up and we talked about it, but that like that model rings true to everything what you do.
Yep.
No real estate, skydiving, where I buy my car.
Yeah.
I buy my car. I mean, right down here on Dixie Hill.
Yeah.
I would never go anywhere else. I
Yeah.
know, like, in
Where you go? What? I might need a new car.
Neil Huffman, Neil Huffman Volkswagen.
Yeah, my husband's gonna kill me for this, but I might be in the market. I don't know.
Talk to Sherry.
Okay, so all right, Don. What else we got?
I think that's about it. I mean, what do you got? What else you got for me? Like, what's a big? I guess what's a big obstacle for you in your line of work?
Honestly, just getting people that to stop. I guess really fearing the entire process and getting people to trust me as a newer agent. 'Cause I've only been an agent for a little over a year, but with my brokerage and being with Homepage Realty, I have so much support and knowledge and just a plethora of agents that are willing to help me if I have any questions. Like I can just reach out to anyone and know that, I'm going to have the answers that I need for my client, even though I'm still a newer agent.
Mhm.
So yeah, just like getting people to refer me to people that they know, love, and trust, and just hopefully,
So I've said it before. I've told you this 1,000 times. Probably the homepage is kind of. I say homepage is where it's at, right?
and it is. We love Homepage.
Not that there's anything wrong with any other brokerage, but
True.
the homepage is fine. This culture
Culture. Yeah.
really resonates every time I see their social media posts or any events you guys offer. So I have to ask, why did you go to homepage? I mean, did you pick it for that reason, or what happened? Like, why did you go?
Well, honestly, I was looking for something a little more my speed. So I'm very into social media and I have a bigger social media presence
Fast pace.
and a very fast pace. But so Courtney and my sister were real estate agents together and she knew Carrie King. They've known each other for a really long time. And when we were thinking about making the switch from our previous brokerage, we went and we sat down with Carrie and George and we were just blown away by like the kindness and their entire mentality around supporting their agents and just giving us everything that we need. And when I was following them on social media, I was like, these are my people. And like from day one, like from the very first day that me and Courtney were in that office with Carrie and George, it has literally been like a family. We yesterday, our sales meeting was like homepage culture, kindness, because that is our motto. It's like we want to lead with kindness and we want to be in the community and we want people to know that Homepage Realty is in the community doing good. There's like no drama. Like we're just literally a big family and I just love it. So
That's exactly what I've seen on social. Well, even homepage is social media. So
yeah.
I just was curious as to why you picked them as opposed to anybody else. Because I've known Carrie King since we won't get into it, but like when I first got into the business, I mean, she's the first one I reached out to, and she was like what I consider to be the whale in this industry because let's face it, success.
Yeah. And she's just like, she has the best heart.
Yeah,
It's just amazing.
they're down to earth.
Yeah.
And I had to go and I've asked other agents the same questions, but she was the very first one I looked at and was like, what do I need to do as a lender to get your business? Obviously, I'm probably not going to do. She literally gave me a foundation for what agents like communication, honesty. It's your
it's your damn thing.
it's your damn phone, right? Listen, so we all have our phone like nonstop. You can't tell me unless you're 75 years old. Or
All the time.
so when I call or when I email or when I text somebody, I know that they see.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes they choose not to respond. So that's okay. But as a lender, if I want your business, I better ask.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is huge. with me is just being available to me and my clients, when I need to on nights and weekends because, I, I feel like I did say this earlier. This is the second time we videoed this, but a lot of people, some people that have started to work with me were like with Ruoff Mortgage or one of the banking lenders that, their day is done at 5 and they're not open on the weekends. Well, when do you look at houses? You look at houses at nights and on the weekends.
Sure.
And I need a lender. Like if I were to write an offer on Saturday and I need a new pre-approval letter, I need that to happen. So I am a big supporter of local lenders. And if it is up to me in any way, shape, or form, I am going to refer my clients to someone that I know, like, and trust. So,
Not to mention the fact that I'll walk in under and out.
yeah. One day I had an open house and he was like the only one that showed up. So,
I was there.
he was there. Give me that support.
Thank the one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty cool industry, and I enjoy what I do. I make my own hours, but at the end of the day, I mean, my hours are dictated by.
Yeah, and I work a lot.
I can go to the office at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and that's great. But if you call me at 6 o'clock at night, I'm having dinner. Guess what?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. It drives my husband crazy, but literally I have to be available at all times. So
just like I called you yesterday, the day before.
yeah, it's cooking dinner.
You're cooking dinner.
Cooking dinner.
You got to talk.
That's all right. I was there.
Okay, we keep each other informed, and I think so far we've got a pretty good relationship.
Absolutely. All right, Don. So where can the people find you?
Well, I work for Ruoff, so my phone number is 502-648-6596. Email is donald.marlin at ruoff.com. I'm on Facebook at Don Marlin, and I'm also on Instagram at donald.marlin _ mortgages. So I'm not on TikTok yet. I haven't done anything on TikTok yet.
That's all right. We're going to get on
I'm
there.
forcing you to make me do this. So I've at least acknowledged the fact that if I don't do this stuff, I'm probably going to get left behind.
There you go. Videos where it's at. And I mean, even sometimes like these longer form videos are harder for me to do just because I'm used to short form video, but I got to do it. Then I got to get out there with the people, and that's what I'm going to do. All of Don's information will be listed below in the comments. And you can find me. I'm ryancecil _realtor on Instagram, Letty City Lou on the TikTok. And yeah, 502-644-7864.
All right.
All right. Ryan Cecil, Homepage Realty.
Don Marlin, Ruoff Mortgages.
And we will see you guys next time.
See you.
Bye.